Are homeless people hoarders? I think the short answer is yes. We all tend to be hoarders in some degree or another. I mean, we all have thumbs and the ability to pick things up and put things down. A cat can't really be a hoarder. A dog can't really be a hoarder. No other animals in nature can really hoard. They really can't pick things up like humans can and place things in an organized fashion. Uh, and humans can do that a lot. And homeless people are just as able as anybody. Um, a lot of them will pick through the trash and go grab things that they think is valuable. Some may sell the item like the cans, but other people may try to keep an item if it has some kind of special if they develop a special attachment to it. What causes people to become hoarders? Well, part of the reason I'm bringing this up is I listened to a Stuff to Blow Your Mind podcast, and they were talking about hoarding. They were talking about objects of love, and that then it's kind of misleading because it pretty much goes into hoarding. Um, and there's certain attachments that we have we develop, and not everybody does. It may happen at different courses of our lives, or it could be strongest in our childhoods. But it sounds like kids who are not as loved as much will develop an attachment to an object that serves as a kind of security. One thing that really strikes me as odd is I had an acupuncture session once, and they really hit on a nerve that caused me to really focus on an object. And I cried. I was like, this is my object and nobody else's. And I was that way for a good 5-10 minutes. They did some kind of like childhood type of session, but they it was to help my stomach, and they put a bottle. They told me to think about my feet or something. So they put a water bottle, my water bottle, on my hip, my stomach area. They put it on my stomach to make me think about my stomach. And then they went away, and it was just me in the room laying there with needles in special spots, and I was just thinking about the bottle. I'm like, this is my bottle. It's nobody else's. It's all mine. And I was crying. I was like, nobody else can have it, and it was making me sad. And I never really had that kind of attachment to an object, except as maybe a kid. Um, but I don't really recall any particular attachments to things. I had a cat I liked, but that died kind of young, and that made me really sad. Um, but yeah, everybody has an attachment to things. I'm carrying around quite a bit of stuff. Some things I don't really need. I'm holding on to a lot of magnets I think I need, but I probably don't. There's probably way too much. I spent way too much money on magnets during my big magnet therapy phase. Now I'm more concentrated on specific things I want to do with the magnets. And now I got an excess sitting in my car. Uh, Driving around that extra weight. So I hoard food. I'm greedy for food, selfish for food. That's a lot of what hoarders do is they act very selfishly because they're trying to nurture themselves, because they really haven't uh, had the opportunities to get nurtured, maybe by loved ones or something, so that they'll if they're not feeling love from other people, they'll attach love to other objects. um, and I've seen homeless people, they'll carry around pretty thick bags around with them to places they go. They most likely have something that they're hoarding, that they're constantly taking, that they really don't need. Some people have brought guitars with them, and that's just excessive. But it's going on. It's just depends on yeah, the different levels involved.